RWA J4 does not have anything connected to it. Ensure that the dust cover is installed on the J4 connector. Connect a terminator to J2 on the RWA. Connect the W3 cable P1 connector to J3 of the RWA. Connect the W3 cable P2 connector to W203 J1. Secure cables to the existing wiring using the cable tie-down straps. Locate 5 system bus cables -4, 1 system bus cable -8, and a terminator. Connect system bus cable -8 P1 to the rear end of the left front detector belt and secure a cable. Route the cable out to prevent a tripping hazard. Connect system bus cable -8 P2 J2 on the VCU. Connect system bus cable -4 P1 to the left end of the front detector belt and connect P2 to the front end of the left front detector belt and secure. Fasten it to the vehicle using the attached hook and loop straps as shown. Connect system bus cable -4 P1 to the right end of the front detector belt and connect P2 to the front end of the right front detector belt and secure. Fasten it to the vehicle using the attached hook and loop straps as shown. Connect system bus cable -4 P1 to the front end of the right rear detector belt. Route the cable behind the storage box on the vehicle and connect P2 to the rear end of the right front detector belt. Connect system bus cable -4 P1 to the rear end of the right rear detector belt. Route the cable and fasten it to the vehicle using the attached hook and loop straps as shown. Connect P2 to the right end of the rear detector belt. Connect system bus cable -4 P1 to the rear end of the left rear detector belt. Route the cable and fasten it to the vehicle using the attached hook and loop straps as shown. Connect P2 to the left end of the rear detector belt. Connect a terminator to the front end of the left rear detector belt. To install the right belt protection bracket, loosen the 2 add-on armor mounting bolts and secure the belt protection bracket. Tighten add-on armor mounting bolts until snug. Repeat these steps for the left side belt protection bracket. Open the clamp on the SAT bracket by loosening the adjustment screw and opening the clamp handle. Place the SAT clamp on the barrel and ensure the SAT is sitting level with the weapon on the right side of the barrel. The SAT bracket fits securely over the weapon's front sight. Close the clamp over the barrel and tighten the knob with your fingers. Secure the knob an additional 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn using the captive wrench. Then slide the captive wrench into the holding bracket. Ensure the SAT is securely attached to the bracket assembly. To set up the tow MITAS, first place the ETS in the fully raised position with the launcher approximately horizontal. On the gunner's control panel, ensure that the umbilicals are retracted in the safe abort position and that the main power switch is set to off. Ensure that MITAS main power is turned off before connecting or disconnecting the W2 cable. Reach into the ETS launcher from the front and disconnect the W225 cable from the Armament Control Unit ACU J1. Pass the W2 cable through the front end of the outboard launch tube and connect W2-P1 to J1 on the ACU. For ease of connector alignment, the molding behind the P1 connector has a ridge that indicates the position of the master keyway. This ridge and the keyway will be in the 12 o'clock position when mating to the J1 connector on the ACU. Connect cable W2-J1 to W225 cable P2. Feed the long P2 leg of the W2 cable down the inboard launch tube for later connection to the TLD. Standing behind the launcher, lower the tow locking lever. This will expose the TLD and TAD install locations. Remove the TLD from the transit case, carrying it by the front and the rear bracket handholds, and place it carefully on top of the ATGM vehicle behind the launcher. Connect W2-P2 to J2 on the front end of the TLD. Insert the indexing lugs on the TLD approximately 3 inches into the missile guidance slots on the inboard launcher. To begin loading the TLD into the launcher, first ensure that the wedge locks are loose and nearly level for TLD to fully seat. Holding the TLD with the aft end slightly raised, gently slide it forward until seated. Have someone pull the W2 cable from the front if necessary to prevent it from binding during TLD installation. Remove the TAD from the transit case, carrying it by the front and rear bracket handholds, and place it carefully on top of the ATGM vehicle behind the launcher. Before attempting to load TAD, verify that the TAD does not contain live ATWES cartridges. Ensure that the wedge locks are loose and nearly level for TAD to fully seat. Insert the indexing lugs on the TAD into missile guidance slots on the outboard launcher and gently slide forward until seated. Raise the tow locking lever until it latches securely. Use a Phillips screwdriver. Tighten the wedge locks on the TLD and TAD, 4 total, until snug. Do not over-tighten. After installing the TLD and TAD, check the routing of the W2 cable previously installed inside the launcher. Secure cable using the attached hook and loop straps to ensure that the cable is not in the optical path of either the Miles laser or the bore sighting telescope located in the TLD. Remove and stow access cover plate on rear of ETS launcher assembly using 17mm or 5/8 inch socket wrench as applicable for your vehicle. Remove ETS J1 connector cover. Connect cable W1-P1 connector to ETS-J1 connector. Secure the W1 cable to the ETS using the attached hook and loop straps. Route and secure the cable running between the TAD and the TLD to ensure that it will remain clear of the blast effects from the Atwest cartridges when the TAD fires. Secure the remaining cable to the ETS lifting eye, leaving sufficient slack to allow the ETS launcher to move through its full range of elevation movement, including the load position. Connect cable W1-P2 connector to the TLD-J1 connector. Connect cable W1-P3 connector to the TAD-J1 connector. This concludes the install section for Miles 21 on the Stryker ATGM vehicle.